Welcome all to the Rinks in Hauppauge here for a freshman matchup in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Southampton taking on East Islip in what is sure to be one of the better freshman matchups of this regular season. The Whalers coming in 7-4-0. East Islip still undefeated, 8-0-2, so they have the two soccer ties, if you will, undefeated in that sense, not in the traditional hockey sense, because obviously these games can end without a shootout. For Southampton, I don't think they've seen an overtime just yet, so I can break down those rules. It's skating 4 aside, only changes on the fly, and like I said, these games can end as ties. Bit of a different taste here in the freshman division. Still plenty of games left to be played in the regular season. However, if you want to tune in for some of the varsity matchups later on today, you're getting down to the wire. And the big one obviously going to be Smithtown Hauppauge, St. Anthony's, a race for first place. And Smithtown Hauppauge have only lost to St. Anthony's, at least in regulation. Their other loss coming to Northport Huntington in overtime. So lots to play for there. That's obviously a big pride matchup as well. But we have to stay at hand with Southampton and East Islip as we get into the national anthem here on the LI Sports Network. All that remains now is puck drop here on the North Rinks. Once again, for anyone who missed it, Southampton 7-4-0 to start off the season. The Chiefs 8-0-2. And we're underway in our first matchup of the day. Also a friendly reminder that we have more hockey going on behind us. Ryan Brannigan on that call. Mr. Brannigan will be joining me for the varsity matchups tonight for a two-man booth. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Paul Trentini as a shot will be fired off wide on the left side. Anthony Ford getting the start on the left side of your screen. Skart Armusevic getting the start for the Whalers. Puck knocked into the neutral zone. Carried ahead now by the Chiefs. As Arone was angled away, pulled down low. D'Angelo wraps it around the boards. Holds for a second at the high point. Harrington trying to play it away, gets caught up, but the Whalers do get it out. Here comes Southampton, 2-on-1 rush, a long shot, they score! A clean celly for Evan Goldstein as he lights the lamp first. was talking to one of the Southampton parents before the game. I told them I was familiar with Max's game. Now I'm familiar with Evan's game. Both of those brothers, sharpshooters, and it's in the top right side to start off for Southampton. Minute gone by and a great start as well. If you're Armusevic, love to be playing with a lead. Whalers right back to it. Minardi up the left wing. It's circled around and down low. The Chiefs will find it there. Or Straub trying to get it out and does fiddle it away. Mestretto with a nice sweeping whack forces it to slow down in an easy save for Scott. Take another look at that replay. Lots of room for Goldstein. Instant commit, and that's just perfect placement. For EI, just thinking about tightening up in the zone right now as their coaches have a slight conversation. Coach Barbarito talking to the refs. Big fan of Coach Barbarito. Helped me out for my senior capstone project. Always a lot of love for him here on the LI Sports Network. Obviously has helped coach this Chiefs team to a perfect season thus far. Connors trying to sashay away from the pressure. Gets it off to his left side. Dumped into the offensive end, and EI are instantly in on the forecheck. Connors will take it away down low. Looks to dive up on the left side. Sends the puck to the blue line. Long shot with traffic in front. Scott found the first rebound. A second shot. Now a scramble, and it's covered up. Armusevic keeping his team up 1-0. Both teams will make some line changes. Right back to the jaw. Straub winning it behind him. It's eaten up by the Whalers and shot out of the zone. Dumped down in. Magnota trying to get it over to Minardi for a shot in the right circle. Ford tracked that the entire time. Now his defense finds the clear. Couple minutes gone by here in the first period. Goal from Evan Goldstein, assisted by Grady Craig and Cam Minardi. That at 14:03. Quick breakout. Van Steen trying to knock it down. Kessler fought through the contact, gets it to the left side of the crease. Minardi not able to do much as he was completely bottled up by Lazzarino. Back for D'Angelo again. He's got plenty of room. D'Angelo trying to put on the Jets. Has the shot off to the right side. Karam's around to the far point. Held in the zone by Harrington. He knocks it off the wall. D'Angelo, another wrister. That was blocked in front. Looked like it was a little hurtful for Mazzarone as he's skating over to the bench right now. Goldstein had a second there before it was knocked off his stick by Meyer. 4 minutes gone now in the first period. Another long shot from Goldstein. That's a wobbler on the net. Sticked aside by Ford. D'Angelo settles it down in the neutral zone. Once again, building speed. Deeks around two. D'Angelo loads up his wrister. Not far off target. Goldstein takes the rebound. Looking to go through the wickets. Gets it down the boards. Now a contest over in that left wing corner. Touched with a high stick, and the referees will blow the whistle. We had a stoppage in play. 10:39 left here in this first period, and it'll be an offensive zone draw for Southampton. Taking a look at the stats for this game. The offense is almost identical for either side. 6.6 goals per game for East Islip, 6.5 for Southampton. The big difference comes on the defensive end. East Islip is only letting up 1.7 goals. Southampton 5.5 is another opportunity in front. Poke down low, they score. Southampton up 2-0 early on. Who needs defense when you're scoring goals? Two nothing now for the Whalers. They're looking good. Opportunity to dump it in once more. Flitted high by McCourt. Back out in front. Cam Minardi makes it 3. A lacrosse goal right there for the Whalers. It's Minardi with the clean hands. We'll get a goalie substitution for East Islip. Coming in is Joseph Azar. So he'll replace Anthony Ford. Obviously a frustrating start for Ford. His team now trying to pick up his momentum. Nice pass down in front for Connors. It was knocked away from the stick. Meyer trying to hold it in. Turnaround shot, well fought off. Best opportunity for East Islip. Looks like they're trying to start a bit of a rally early. Still a lot of time left in this game. East Islip also have a deeper bench right now than Southampton with 5 extra skaters in attendance. So the Whalers need to fight off that war of attrition. Face-off held in by EI. Shot goes wide off to the left side. Craig gets it out and back into the offensive end. This is D'Angelo with it again. His stick lifted from behind. Van Steen wasn't able to completely take it away. EI past the blue line with numbers. Shot on goal. Not far off the right post. D'Angelo's already had a very impactful game. I feel like I can't help but say his name. He's been touching the puck that much. Now it's Goldstein, right circle. Goldstein looking to dish this time, but it was knocked down below the goal line. D'Angelo holds it. Nice move to his left. D'Angelo is shot. Blocked down. It's in the slot. Karam's in favor of East Islip, but held in by the Whalers. More opportunities. Goldstein, one-timer save made. Azar making a good stop. One of the first shots he faced as well was a high-quality one from number 98. Minardi ducks it down low, trying to break it out off the boards, held in. Mazzarone was beaten on a second opportunity. He gets it back at the blue line, turning the corner. High slot shot. Nice glove save. Armusevic hasn't been tested often, but hasn't let up any rebounds on the few shots that have come his way. Just about halfway through this first period. Fowler trying to get it on net. McCourt was there instead. Loops it around the boards, off this skate of an EI player to hold it there. It's Liam Lazzarino. Deeks in the left wing. Hits the man in the high slot. Long shot, just offside. EI now definitely generating some more pressure. Fowler. Tense stick battle. Went through his legs for the centering feed, but it was taken away. Rattled up the boards. This will be an icing, but now our referees sign for it to be tipped. All the way down, the Whalers try to hold it there. Clean breakout. Skating forward 3-on-2. Mazzarone making it a 2-on-1. Mazzarone trying to do it himself. Sends it to the middle. Taken away by Minardi, who's now had impactful plays on both sides of the ice. Minardi still with it. Dicing it forward. Minardi a blast. Can't hit it on the near. McCourt lost it out. Miles brought it in. Offside, say our referees. We'll take a face-off. 6:56 left in the first period. Goldstein, Mistretta, and Minardi, the goal scorers for the Whalers today. Connors will win it and play it back behind him. Joseph Barbarito to play it ahead, son of the head coach. Connors, good shoulder fake, but it was poked off his stick. 50-50 puck in the neutral zone. Goldstein trying to win it, getting some support as well from Craig, but it's ultimately forced forward. Good little shoulder check there. Hunter Harrington. Clean play from a player so young as well. Usually you see those kinds of hits in the freshman level. They get a little dicey, often called as penalties. But Harrington, straight shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Barbarito airmails it down into the right wing corner, allows Connors to set up on the forecheck. It's rotated over to Harrington. Blasts it up the boards and back to neutral ice. Barbarito will reset in his own zone. Flips it this time for Walsh. Trouble with the pass. Picks it off the boards. Now challenging D'Angelo on the near side. Puck continues to be popped around before Minardi takes it. Minardi dangerous. His shot taken away. And he was taken down from below. Puck is somehow still loose. D'Angelo. That shot was going to go wide. Blocked regardless. EI survived that scare. Saucer from Harrington. Taken and fired in by Minardi. Lazzarino looking to chase after the rolling puck as Southampton was called off sides. Connors, look at him go. He'll loop. Connors now looking to dish. A shot takes an awkward bounce all the way through the blue paint. 5 minutes left in the first period. Harrington accidentally sending that one out of play. Doesn't get up to the stands here at the rinks. Paul Trentini and the camera are safe. Game that will follow this one, Pat Med Varsity versus Connecticut Sayville. Pat Med playing their senior night, still looking for their first win on the season. No better time to get it than the present. Barbarito, dangerous game. Puck did go out of the zone, but he still holds on to possession. Minardi comes in to take it away. Gives it right behind for D'Angelo. Finds the player up. It's dumped in. One good move and a shot. Better save. Armusevic got it on the left toe. Cam Minardi sends it down, turns it over. Actually, another save. Armusevic now with back-to-backs. Tage will get it up and out. McCourt following her up. Now McCourt forcing it in. Almost with a little toe dangle right there. EI, they don't look like they want to give up any more goals today. 3 is already well above their average. We're still in the first period. Minardi helping angle away Straub. Goldstein will come in and dump it in. Deflects off a body and goes off to the left wing corner. EI can't get it out of the zone. Good move as well from Craig. He stops up, plays it forward on the backhand for Goldstein. Trying to absorb the contact, going back to Craig. Puck knocked down low. Azzarone turned it over to D'Angelo. D'Angelo now tied up, and it will pop free. Azzarone, shot, big rebound, a follow-up also saved. That's what I was talking about with Armusevic. Hasn't seen a whole ton, seen a little bit more in the last couple of minutes, but the most important thing, not giving away any rebounds or second chance opportunities. No goals since the 10-18 mark. Craig trying to change that as he was looking for Goldstein, held in the zone. Stick is loose, that belonged to Craig, and he'll pick it back up. D'Angelo and Marzone in the corner. It's rotated around and played out. Craig with it again. Goldstein just staying on sides. Now it's dumped in. Goldstein and Kretz will activate on the forecheck. Shot taken. Not where Harrington wanted it. Out to center ice with D'Angelo. Flipped it across. Harrington trying to give it back to D'Angelo. Dangerous. Harrington going to make up for his own mistake and just get it out of harm's way. Sent far down the ice. D'Angelo will sound the icing, and it will go back to the offensive end for the Whalers. Nice rush up the ice. Walsh, the man in the middle, waiting for the feed. Never comes. Mistretta with an active stick. And Meyer can't hold the zone either. EI will take a skate back forward in their own end. Lazzarino with Minardi in front of him. Magnota on the far boards. Knocked it down, comes past him. Swept across the ice by McCourt. Was looking for Mistretta, had to play it up quickly. Eventually worked over for Connors. Connors and Vanstein trying to play it ahead. Just off sides as he had Walsh on his right hip. Vanstein again, he's looking dangerous. Backhand shot, save made. Armusevic now working on the rebound. A little bit of miscommunication between him and McCourt. Long shot stipped into the protective netting. Nice defensive work there from McCourt. Three to nothing still in favor of Southampton. The Whalers with an explosive 5 first minutes. Another long shot. Armusevic the save. Rebound spills down low. D'Angelo has it. Tries to get it ahead. Goldstein checked into the boards as well. 60 seconds remaining here in the first period. D'Angelo has it once more and finds an open Harrington on the other side. Harrington looking for the home run pass. Intercepted by East Islip, and they'll look to reload quickly. It's Connors. Almost had a step, but then tied up from behind by Goldstein. Connors now on the feed. Short side. Fowler couldn't get it to go. More good defense played by Southampton even on the scramble. And it's still just Minardi, Mistretta, and Goldstein with today's goals. Another shot from Connors. Armusevic was alert the entire time. Now Connors trying to hold it in on the half wall. He's got some fun moves, but misses his connection right there up to the blue line. Now Goldstein will go flying after it. Minardi taken away by Connors. Here comes Connors. Hits Walsh. Collects it on the backhand. Walsh to the middle. Taken down by D'Angelo. Net off its moorings, and we'll take a pause. It's been an intense game. Still here in the first period. Feel like fireworks are going to continue to come. We're going to get Minardi chased from the face-off dot. On the D zone, the Whalers still win it. Fowler picks it off the corner, misplayed it, and Minardi takes it back. Now we're going to get a penalty, I believe, from the referee on the left face-off circle. And it looks like Harrington will go off to the box. So East Islip with a 14-second power play, at least in the first period. Obviously, it will carry over to the second unless they score. Looks like Connors will set up in the bumper spot. Puck drop, one out by East Islip. Then taken away off the boards. Minardi doing a good job to kill it off. 5 seconds left, and they'll chase Straub all the way back into his defensive end. One quick pass forward and a shot glove save. And the first period will end with a 3-0 Southampton lead here on the LI Sports Network. We'll be right back for the start of the second. And we're back here on the LI Sports Network. Start of the second period, inbound, a $1:47 left on the power play for East Islip. Straub and Minardi in there for the draw. Puck is down. Took a look back at the score records. East Islip has only let up 3 or more goals twice this season. Most recently on October 29th in a 3-3 draw against KPC. So Southampton doing well, to say the least. EI only gave up more than 3 goals once this season. That was their first game all the way back on September 27th in 2025. It was still an 8-6 win for the Chiefs. Here comes Walsh down Main Street. Good move. Walsh, his shot. He scores. The Chiefs cash in on the power play. It's a 3-1 game. We aren't going to hold this team off the scoreboard forever. Question is, how do the Whalers respond to some adversity? Right back to the draw and back to 5-on-5 as well. Craig will start to handle. Taken away by Van Steen. The puck pops free. Now McCourt gives a back pass to his defensive partner. Stroud once again in on the forecheck, followed up. Minute gone by here in this second period. East Islip already found their strike. It was Walsh from Lazzarino. Another centering feed. Good stick work. Important check right there from McCourt. He'll join the rush. Trying to get it to Goldstein, who is out in front. Goldstein will now track down the rebound on the near boards, hounded by two different Chiefs. Pokes it a little bit lower. East Islip take it. It's Stroud to carry forward. Stroud, one hand on the stick, trying to fly up the left wing, separates from the puck, turned around in the corner. Whalers take it back, fire it towards the blue line, and it's broken free. Clinical hockey being played by both teams. No one trying to make any hero plays, just taking what's given to them. It's McCourt with it again, has a step. McCourt to the goal line, centering it. It's tapped. Does it go in? Referee's still waiting, and it looks like it's no goal. A great save down low. And also got to mention, welcome back to the game, Anthony Ford. Had a rough start to the first period, but trusted to come back here. Another shot, Ford takes that in stride, and it's taken away by Fowler. Fowler, good speed around Harrington, loading up the shot. He scores! On the rush, it's a one-goal game. EI back in it. So Walsh and Fowler to cut into this lead, and in a hurry. It was 3 goals in the first 5 minutes of the first period for the Whalers. It's 2 goals now in the first 2 minutes and 30 for the Chiefs. Minardi now trying to shut down the momentum build up by EI. The puck will wobble up the boards. Meyer there to fight for it. Minardi still lowering his shoulder to get it ahead. Eventually taken. Mazzarone looking for a centering feed. Gets to the tape of Fowler. But once again, a stick check from McCourt shuts down the play. McCourt will get it back. Continuing to play a little bit of give and go. Whalers now trying to bounce it out. Meyer steps up and holds the zone once again. 3rd minute ticked away here in the second period. McCourt operating below his goal line. Tries the other side this time. Once again, Fowler steps up. Now EI really starting to find their stride. Whalers hemmed in, to say the least, and it's going to be speed to burn them instead. Minardi loads it up, puts it above the crossbar, and unfortunately caroms all the way out. McCourt back in his own zone. Has Minardi and sees him, collects on the backhand and carries ahead. Minardi with 2 players on his left side. He'll drive wide, all the way to the goal line, sending it across. What a feed, but no one was there for it. Could be a breakaway the other side. Here comes Connors, just barely angled away. Minardi poked it around Meyer. Minardi again to the goal line, sends it in front. What a save! Anthony Ford, how do you do? Said he wasn't done with this game just yet. Here comes Walsh and a glove stop. Armusevic not to be outdone on the other side. 10:59 to play in the second period. This game keeps giving. O-zone draw coming for EI. They've definitely built up more momentum recently. Haven't gotten the job done yet. Still need that third. Barbarito at the blue line. Makes the safe play and gives it down low. Harrington won it first. Got it around for Goldstein. Now trying to break it out of the zone. He'll hit one player. It's Craig. Good toe drag, but Connors takes it away. Here comes Connors. Down the middle. On the backhand. He went wide on the far side. Evan Connors, always liable to make a five-star play. Not a player you want to get loose. Here comes Connors again. Sends it across. One-timer. What a save. Armusevic gets his five-star highlight reel. Got it with the glove right there. Says no thank you to Alex Walsh. Another long shot with a deflection. They score. Tie game. EI back in it. It was 5 in the first 5 minutes for Southampton. Or excuse me, 3 in the first 5 minutes for Southampton. It's now 3 in the first 5 minutes of the second period for East Islip, and we have a tie game. McCourt carries in, has Minardi on his left side. McCourt, a second trailer as well, but couldn't fiddle it through. Stepping in front was the recent goal scorer, Alex Walsh. McCourt, now his stick lifted from behind. Walsh trying to clear the zone. Mtage pushed away, but the puck is still in for a shot. Rebound, and it's another Ford robbery. Broken out of the zone now. Here comes Connors. It's Connors and Walsh in on net. Scores! Connors takes the lead. It's EI up by 1. A 4-goal streak for the Chiefs, and now they're in the driver's seat. Harrington, good little chip and chase, has Schraub behind him, trying to pass it off. Kessler was flying in with him. Ford will once again block it down on his pads and cover up with the mitt. Played out of the zone. Harrington finds it, gets it ahead. Goldstein tried to knock it into the offensive end. Taken away by Lazzarino. He tried for Doherty. D'Angelo said no to that. Craig on the near wall. 9 minutes left. Doherty with an opportunity. Poked away from him. Goldstein almost activated into a rush of his own. Lazzarino on the right wing. Takes a step around D'Angelo. Driving to the goal. His shot covered up. Armusevic just trying to find his footing. He's made a couple of stellar saves in this second period, to be fair. But the pressure has been ramped up by East Islip. Another shot off the face-off. Armusevic saw it, angled it away, and now it sits in the corner. Two players from either side there to poke at it. Jabbed away, and now Goldstein. Goldstein to Craig. Across the blue line, trying to hit it back to Goldstein. Lifts it into the air, glove down, and sent to the blue line by Mathers. Will go all the way out of the zone. Looks like the referees are going to call this one an icing and will. So an O-zone draw accomplished for Southampton, as now they're looking to tie up this game. A big reversal from the first period. In the second, it's been Connors, Walsh, Fowler, and Walsh. The goals for East Islip. In the first period, it was Minardi, Mistretta, and Goldstein. Both Minardi and Goldstein with multi-point games for the Whalers. Alex Walsh with a multi-point game with 2 goals, and probably the biggest impact so far for the Chiefs. Craig in the corner, loops it around, held in at the blue line by McCourt, blasts it back down for Craig. Taken away at the goal line, the Chiefs trying to dig it out of the zone. Have an opportunity on the near side. Goldstein was there to cut it off. Now Goldstein looking to change places. Sends it on the backhand towards Craig. Now a long blast way off to the right side from Mistretta. We have a delayed penalty here. Minardi knows it. Just trying to break it away from the danger. Minardi again down low. Craig couldn't find it. So they'll go to the power play. 7:49 left in the second period. Barbarito into the penalty box. 2 minutes for roughing, officially listed. Azzarino trying to break it out on the rush, short-handed. Couldn't cut middle, now does! Shot will deflect into the netting. Goal accomplished right there as EI already taken some important time off this power play clock. High arcing puck, now Minardi trying to get a touch. He was knocked down from behind, and it's going to be a delayed penalty. Right now 5-on-4. The Whalers could allow this to be touched up. Trying to bring it out into front of the net, and now it is taken away by Walsh. 5-on-3 upcoming, an important moment in this game. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for $132. Mathers will go into the box. 2 minutes interference against Minardi. Face-off, importantly, won. Harrington loops it off to the left side. Shot blocked, and it goes out of the zone. Great play right there from Connors on the defensive end. Harrington leaves it behind for Goldstein. He'll try to break this in with speed. Goldstein easily around Walsh to the top of the left circle. Pulls up there. Has McCourt at the blue line. Other passing option is Harrington. Instead, he gives it off for Minardi. Minardi to the high slot. Leaves it Goldstein. Defers off to the right side. Harrington takes a step towards the middle. Fires it across to the opposite side of the ice. 53 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Not a lot accomplished, and it's a nice Connors takeaway. McCourt pokes it. Craig had it for a second, back for Connors again. He'll go into his own defensive end. Now 40 seconds left in the 5-on-3. McCourt will go off for a change. D'Angelo to take his place, and well fought by Minardi. Lowered the shoulder, and this is a good rush. Craig stays on sides. Minardi looking for the shot himself. Goes down below the goal line. Back for Connors in 25 seconds in the 2-man advantage. Minardi on the near boards, fought away by Walsh. Walsh now challenging Harrington, takes a step towards the goal line. Still all by himself as Walsh loops around, misfires on the shot. 10 seconds left in the two-man advantage, and that looks like it's going to be it. Connors and Walsh doing so much of the heavy lifting. They'll get an extra man out of the box as Barbarito joins the fray. And D'Angelo goes offsides. Excellent penalty killing from these Chiefs. Goldstein will go to the neutral zone for the faceoff. D'Angelo trying to settle the pass from Harrington. Straub in front for the forecheck. Still 10 seconds left on the power play, but we're about to be back to 5-on-5. Kessler will help the puck into the offensive end. Straub will find it there. Knocks it ahead to Van Steen. Van Steen turned over to Goldstein. Steps around him. Evan Goldstein looking towards the middle. Couldn't thread the needle, and we're back to 5-on-5. Straub falls to the stick check of D'Angelo. Under 5 minutes to play here in the second period. It's been all East Islip in the middle 15. But because of the explosive start to the game, the Whalers still have more than a chance. Puck died off with its momentum, so no icing could be enforced there. Harrington collects that bounce pass, takes a step past the blue line, dekes around another. Harrington looking for the shot forward, a blocker save. Craig up to the blue line. D'Angelo across, it's Harrington. Playing catch and go at the blue line now. D'Angelo pressured, walking the line, and it's poked away. Harrington was there to recover. Offsides called as Craig touched it up, and we'll take another face-off in the neutral zone. Myers. Nice curl to build up some speed. Myers still dicing with it. Off to the slot, a shot. Knocked away. Armusevic, solid save. And Magnota will finish it off by clearing it to neutral ice. Craig trying to make the change. Hit off his skates, but he didn't realize. No penalty there as no one else extra came on. Puck sits free below the goal line. Wrapped around. Whalers still trying to find their first goal of this middle frame. Instead, it's Fowler. He was one of the first players to get this party going. Eventually taken away by McCourt. Sent it down, and we're going to get too many men on the ice, I believe. No, a trip called. I don't think I exactly saw where the trip was. My eyes were on the bench. Oh, and that's what it's going to be. East Islip into the box. So another Whalers power play. So it's McCourt, Mistretta, Goldstein, Minardi, and Craig on the power play. Excuse me, make that Kretz on the power play instead of Craig. Barbarito will start it off with the clear instead. 15 seconds gone by. Under 3 to play here in the second period. Armusevic slides it to McCourt, whips it across the ice. Goldstein carries it past. Goldstein trying to pull up. Good little lift right there from Connors. Connors Turning a quick corner. Goldstein trying to get back to him. It's still Connors, though. Connors trying to get around Minardi. But the combination of Minardi and Mistretta was good. Barbarito, just to kill off some more time. Down to 2:15 in the period. Half of the power play gone as well. Mistretta still walking with it. Hits a crowd in the middle. It's Minardi. Good stick lift. Taken down from below. Barbarito did it cleanly. Puck up for grabs in the left wing corner. East Islip the first ones to it. They'll rattle it down the zone. Armusevic settles it. McCourt will take. McCourt quickly up. Intercepted by Barbarito. Great read from the defenseman. Craig, now the sphere of the attack. Van Steen still in front of him. Craig just trying to get the pass off, but had absolutely no room. D'Angelo around Straub. Puck still in the center of the ice. D'Angelo. Knocked behind for Craig, trying to return the favor. Gets it around Barbarito. D'Angelo looking for a centering feed, and we're back to 5-on-5. Harrington, one nice move. Harrington with men down low, but couldn't get the shot through the legs. Lazzarino blocked it away. Under a minute to play here in the middle frame. It's a 4-3 game for East Islip here on the LI Sports Network, trying to continue their unbeaten season. D'Angelo, good toe drag, sends it in front, rattles around, hits a post. Still out for D'Angelo, pokes it. Harrington, a one-timer, and another good block. East Islip selling out right now to not allow any of these pucks to get on net. Even when they have, Ford has made a couple of stellar saves here in this second period. 20 seconds left. EI looking for one final present. Good battle for it. Centering bid. Not going to go where they wanted it. It's D'Angelo. 8 seconds. Has Kessler towards the middle. D'Angelo lining up his shot. 3 seconds for the save and sticks it into his equipment. We'll take one more draw with 0.4 seconds on the clock. Whalers will pull their goalie, look for the sixth skater. D'Angelo going to try to shoot this off the draw. And the clock sounds just like that. 30 minutes gone by. It's East Islip with a 1-goal lead here on the LI Sports Network. We'll be right back for the start of the third. And we're back here on the LI Sports Network. Start of the third period and a great matchup between the Whalers and the Chiefs. Southampton jumped out to a 3-0 lead. The Chiefs fought back in the second, scored 4 unanswered. Now with the 1-goal advantage going into the final 15 minutes of regulation. Minardi hits it over to McCourt, whips it ahead. Into the offensive end, Minardi couldn't loop around Lazzarino. Puck now hemmed around the boards. Most recent goal was scored a while ago, back at 9:48 in the second period by Evan Connors, unassisted. That's currently the game-winning goal, the game-tying goal from Alex Walsh. Another shot upcoming, blocked aside. McCourt was the one who stepped in front of it. Couldn't blast it out of the zone, and it's an opportunity for Lazzarino, but hit into the skate blade of Mistretta. Time and space for Minardi. Stepped in front by Lazzarino. He'll fire it down, and Myers will pick it up. Kretz loops it around the boards. Meyer to it, up to the blue line. D'Angelo holds the zone. Wobbling puck taken once again by D'Angelo. Tries to dodge behind him and almost ran into Mazzarone. He would have been ready to lay out the shoulder. D'Angelo still gliding, high slot for a shot, almost into the top right side. Goldstein collects the rebounds. Lots of space for Goldstein to the blue line. Good pass to Craig. Craig will loop in the same position of Goldstein. They trade places. Craig to the slot, trying to fire it over to his right side. Puck available. Walsh takes it, plays it off to the perimeter. Doherty couldn't get it out. Now another opportunity, and East Islip will clear the zone thanks to Walsh. Walsh around Harrington. Now has D'Angelo to challenge his shot, and another save from Armusovic. D'Angelo settling it. Walsh trying to cut off the passing option, but the puck was worked to Harrington anyways. Spun around the board. Connors will set her down at neutral ice. Walsh smacks it in. D'Angelo to the corner. Connors cuts off the breakaway. Now it's Harrington and Walsh down low. Harrington kicking it ahead with his skates. Plays it around the boards. D'Angelo plenty of time. Steps past Connors. Now bringing it in front of his own net. Walsh couldn't make him pay. Another good deke for D'Angelo, but maybe a little bit too much. Walsh to Connors. In front, saved. Off the mask of Armusovic. Puck once again down low. D'Angelo against Connors. They've seen each other a couple of times on this shift so far. Puck passed ahead to the blue line. Shot. Plenty of bodies in the area for Southampton. Craig will eventually take it. EI backed up a little bit on their forecheck. Craig with room. Was looking for Goldstein. Was off of the pass. Connors for Walsh. Minardi and Harrington take it away from those two. Nice little feather pass for Mistretta. And we have a maybe delayed penalty here. Looks like Harrington will go into the box for 2. 11-10 to play in the third period, and a chance for EI to get their first multi-goal lead of the game. So Harrington going in for roughing officially. Mathers holds it in at the blue line, hits Fowler. Right circle, sends it towards the middle. Loaded up on the shot. It's in the top left bins. EI up by 2. They cash in on the power play. It's 5-3. An efficient power play if I've ever seen one. Mazzarone from Fowler, the official goal credit. 10:58 to play in regulation. EI battled back from adversity. Question is, can the Whalers do the same over the next 10:50? Plenty of time for this team to score 2 goals. That would force overtime, 3 obviously to take the lead. Kretz swept it ahead to the near point, and I believe we're going to get offsides here. So just a face-off at center ice. D'Angelo spun it around the boards. Craig has it but pressured. Looks to go back to D'Angelo. Collects on the backhand. This one's blasted off the wall instead for Harrington. Finds the pass to Craig. He works through traffic. Puck poked off his stick. Just tried to knock it forward to Goldstein. Now a tie-up between him and Straub. Check that. Make it Liam Vanstein on the far side to win it forward. Vanstein against Harrington. Tied up from behind. Nutmegs another one. Then D'Angelo got a piece of the puck. First 5 down. It's been the lowest scoring period so far of the game. Only the power play goal for Miles Mazzarone. Here's Minardi. He's been flying on the ice all night. Left it behind for Harrington. Straub pursuing. Harrington to D'Angelo. Trouble with the puck. Straub might be able to get onto it. It's a takeaway. The centering feed played expertly by Minardi. Straub still holding on. Another centering option. Minardi breaks that one up as well. Now challenging Lazzarino. Bottles up his stick. The support there from Kessler. It's an intense puck battle. Good little saucer feed. Straub almost past D'Angelo. Kessler onto it again in the left wing. Cuts it past the blue line. Alone for now. Now Minardi in on his right side. Kessler centering it out in front. Easily played away by Lazzarino. Didn't have a whole lot of pressure. Harrington goes skate to stick. Sends it towards the center of the slot. Knocks out for Fowler. Mazzarone. Long shot. Wide on the right side. Harrington. Looking for Kessler. Harrington down to the goal line. Flips it high. Gloved away. Minardi. Dropping the shoulder. Minardi cuts middle. Minardi with an opportunity. Saved by Ford. Long shot. Mistretta couldn't get it on net. EI will send it all the way down the ice for an icing. Whalers finding some opportune momentum right there from Cam Minardi. Minardi. Now Craig battling Walsh. Ridden into the boards. The puck pop free. Goldstein almost got onto it for a quick shot. Puck not out of the zone yet before it hit the stick of Walsh. Gives it across Connors. On the right side, Connors trying to flip the hips for a shooting lane. Nothing presenting itself there. Twirls it around the boards. Down low for Walsh. Overskated it. Goldstein takes. Trying to pass it up the middle and does get it out. Half of this third period gone by. Whalers still trailing by 2. Opportunities for East Islip. They got the icing. They got the insurance with the power play goal. Walsh still hungry for more. Sent that one towards Connors. Held in at the near point and carried down the wall. Turned over for D'Angelo, who gets it to Harrington. Intended for Kretz. Whalers get it out. Harrington past the blue line. Looking to drive on Ford, who easily covered it up. Once again, got some games going on behind us, got some games coming up on this rink as well. Pat Med Varsity versus Connetquot Sayville. And then that will be followed by St. Anthony Smithtown Hauppauge. McCourt intercepted by Barbarito. A centering feed intended for Minardi was also fought off by Barbarito. He'll play it up the boards. Tied up by the skates of Mistretta. Scales it back down the wall. Lazzarino blasts it off the glass and out of the zone. Should go down for an icing, and the referees will enforce. 6:15 left in regulation now. The Whalers still scoreless all the way since the first period. Cam Minardi on the breakaway goal at 10:18. That was 10 seconds after the goal from Will Mistretta. Long shot, glove stop Ford, and he pops right back up. He is looking confident as ever. Again, I say it a lot. The position of goalie, so mental. Anthony Ford, proof of that right now. Had a tough start to this game. Got pulled for a little bit, rallied. Now looks unbeatable. Van Steen trying to get this puck past McCourt, tied into the board. Some support there from the Whalers. Pops free from Barbarito. Pitches it high off the glass, back for Van Steen to the slot. His shot interrupted by a couple of sticks. Spilled down below the goal line. Now McCourt hits it. Good room for the Whalers to operate. It's Minardi past the blue line to the middle. Now for a shot forward, another save. Given the opportunity, Anthony Ford has closed the door on the Whalers thus far. Goldstein with a clean face-off win, but unfortunately it sails into the neutral zone before D'Angelo got it. Whipped it across from Harrington, and he'll fire it down the ice. Free below the goal line. The Whalers quickly in on the forecheck. 5:20 to play in the third period, still down by 2. Puck loose around the boards. Well fought, and East Islip will get it out. Harrington loading back up. Feathers it, and it twirls around the corner. It's going to be Craig in on the forecheck, working against Meyer. Poked it up the boards. Goldstein with a long hit into the corner. That's going to be called for a penalty. So the Whalers will go without Goldstein for the next 2 minutes. Might need a shorthanded goal to get this one into a conversation. Although with the way they scored in the first period, they showed that multiple goals in 5 minutes can be done. Barbarito. Taken away by D'Angelo. Craig now hits it to Minardi in a one-on-one with Walsh. Minardi off to his right side. What a... I lost my words. Walsh with an awesome defensive play. Lost the stick, but still prevented Minardi from getting alone with Ford. East Islip just trying to get this puck out now. Well fought for by Rory. Now charging into D'Angelo. Rory still carrying it down to the goal line. On the backhand, gets it over to Connors. Poked away from Minardi. Here he goes again. Once again against Walsh. It's Minardi, this time with Craig. Right side, takes the shot. He scores! Short-handed goal. Cam Minardi makes it a conversation. You gotta be kidding me. That's beautiful. .111 left on the power play. Then Evan Goldstein will come back in a 1-goal game with 4 minutes in regulation. Another takeaway, another shorthanded opportunity. Ford saved it off the mask. Minardi flying into the blue paint. Penalty upcoming. The puck is still loose. Eventually shut down. Drama here in the final 5 minutes. And it's going to be an East Islip penalty on Connors. Check that. Miles Mazzarone will go into the box for the 2 minutes. Connor's still out. Minardi now skating off to the box. I don't know if that was from the initial play or if that is something that came afterwards. But that's a huge loss to lose Minardi for the next 2 minutes. Evan Goldstein already in the box as well. At least he'll be out in 54 seconds. Still waiting for the official penalty to come through the score sheet. Referee's talking to the scoring box right now. So right now, it looks like it's going to stay at a man advantage. But a 4-on-3. Now a fifth is coming out for both sides. So it's just going to be the power play for 54 seconds. That makes more sense than the 4-on-3 for 54. Penalty is the second two penalties, that is, not enforced on the official score clock. So it looks like after these 54 seconds, we'll go back to 5-on-5. No Minardi. That's the big thing for the Whalers. And on the other side, no Miles Mazzarone. Here comes Connors. In on net. Connors looking for the seal. Just barely mishandling the puck. Scooped up by McCourt. He tries to twirl it around the wall. Craig catches it up in the corner. A little bit farther. Lazzarino comes in. Gives it right back to Connors. Bottom left circle. Sends it across. And Walsh hit the heel of his stick. 30 seconds left in the power play. And East Islip with heaps of pressure. Goldstein getting ready to come out of the box. And it'll go right into the glove. Armusovic has also been fantastic in this game. I still don't see... Oh, there it is. Cam Minardi, unsportsmanlike conduct. 2-minute minor. So he'll be out of the box the same time as Mazzarone. Mathers gives it to his left side. Lazzarone a blast. Hits off the end boards and almost went right to Connors. That could have been a disaster for the Whalers. Up top, Mathers, another shot, tipped in front, goes above the crossbar. Scramble on the far post, one out by Harrington. He deflects it to the corner. We're back to 5-on-5, and Goldstein is behind enemy lines. D'Angelo will try to play this slowly. Whalers still without Cam Minardi, who's checking right now when he can go back into the game. Goldstein tried to knock that down. Connors held it for a second. Taken away. Now a shot goes through the blue paint. Awkward right there. Armusevic was ready though. Connors now from the slot. D'Angelo block. Another shot. D'Angelo takes it back. Another penalty upcoming. That one will go against the Whalers with 2:22 to play. And we'll take a timeout here on the LI Sports Network. Both teams trying to figure out exactly how they want to play this. Cam Minardi will be back at the 1:54 mark, so will Miles Mazzarone. Hunter Harrington won't be back onto the ice until 22 seconds left in the game. That's when the Whalers will have the opportunity at an even strength last-minute goal. And we're back on the LI Sports Network for the final minutes of this matchup between Southampton and East Islip. A 5-on-4 in favor of East Islip. 2 minutes on the penalty to Harrington. Puck down low right now for Walsh. He has multiple goals in this game. Hits Connors. Tried to poke it in front. Ends up with Kessler on the far side. Lazzarino. Now it's Kessler and Mistretta. Puck popped forward. Mathers will take it. Under 2 minutes to play. Walsh could be into a 2-on-1. Walsh takes this shot, and McCourt was back with another great stick check. McCourt in front of his own net will just fire it down the length. That will go on target, so Ford has to stop it up. Looks for the home run pass and connects it. This could be a good break. Here comes Fowler, loading up this shot. Rebound goes right to Goldstein. Lazzarino driving to the goal line, tucks it in. That's a goal! EI cashing on the power play again. The narrowest of margins. McCourt gloving it down at center ice. Minardi out of the box. Tries to get into the offensive end. EI just trying to play keep away at this point. 70 ticks of the clock left. Minardi back in his own zone. Tucking his shoulder to drive. Minardi blows by one. Lost the puck in the process though. It's back for Van Steen. Almost an empty net. McCourt. Bounce pass forward. Goldstein spins into the offensive end. Mathers puts it past the blue line. It's an empty net for the Whalers. Puck shot just off to the right side. No icing either. 35 seconds left now. Minardi trying to go off to the middle. Goldstein had an opportunity at it. D'Angelo holds the zone now. 23 seconds left. D'Angelo a shot with a tip for the save. Rebound comes away and put all the way down the rink. That should be an icing. We'll take another face-off with 14.8 remaining. Right now, the game winner belongs to Miles Mazzarone. The insurance, Liam Lazzarino. Both goals on the power play for EI here in the third period. A shorthander for Minardi. 14 seconds left in regulation. Still an empty net for Southampton. Looking for a miracle. The faceoff goes out of the zone. McCourt has it importantly. Gives it off for D'Angelo. Can't find a lot with it as Connors is right on his shoulder. D'Angelo forced all the way back, and that's going to do it. East Islip win a thriller here in the freshman division. They stay unbeaten in the regular season, 9-0-2. And unfortunately for the Whalers, they'll fall to 7-5, but still a great showing against one of the division's best. Thank you so much for watching here on the LI Sports Network. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Paul Trentini on the camera. We'll be right back for Pat Med versus Connect Quas Sayville. Once again, final score, East Islip 6, Southampton 4.